For better living, are you feeling good tonight? This thing got me thanking God for life.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this two-layer jumbo cornrow braids. So as you can see, she has natural hair, so I will be showing you guys how I was able to do it. So I had to I asked her to get her hair kind of like stretched out a little bit before she came for, to get her hair done. So that way it's a little bit easier and the texture isn't as, coarse to kind of put my fingers through. And yeah, so it makes it easier to braid. So I applied my Shannon Jam just to give it some, nice and smooth texture and also moisturize her hair while I'm braiding. And as you can see, I'm doing the feeding technique. I'm starting off with small pieces of hair and then I gradually increase the sizing as I braid along. Now when I increase the sizing, I don't make it so dramatic. I only increase it and then I keep it consistent after a while, so it's not just like constantly increasing throughout the cornrow. It literally starts off small so that the top of the hair isn't too like bulky and it doesn't like pull. So you always want to start with the smallest piece, and then as you work your way down, you gradually increase. Like you shouldn't be able to like notice too much that of the increase. It kind of like gradually increases, and then when you've gotten to a size where you are comfortable with and your client is comfortable with, then you can now continue to keep the pieces that you add consistent and you no longer have to increase it, because as you braid down, your client's hair is going to get thicker, so the amount of braiding hair you're going to add doesn't need to be any thicker, because if it does, or if it is, it's going to be too big and too bulky and you don't want that. So that's that's the rule of thumb or the technique that I like to use when I'm doing my cornrow braids. So you want to continue this throughout the hair. So what I'm trying to do with this particular hairstyle is give it a goddess feel. Now I'm going to tell you guys why I didn't add the curly hair while I was braiding her hair. And the reason is because I want to be able to dip her hair in hot water, because I want it to move a little bit freely. And if I add the curly hair, it kind of messes that up, because I can't dip the hair in hot water, because honestly I really don't know how the curly hair reacts when you dip it in hot water. And because it's synthetic, I'm guessing it's really not going to be good for the hairstyle. So I just like to braid the hair first, and then I went ahead and crocheted the curly hair into the cornrows, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later on as we move forward. So yeah, just continue this process throughout the hair. Now notice how I'm trying to incorporate the stitch technique with the cornrows, just to make it look a little bit neater and make it look nice. This is not easy when you're doing this on like natural hair, so just be patient and kind to yourself because it can frustrate you if you let it frustrate you. So just take your time, be patient. I like to get my pinky done because it makes it easier to part through, because I naturally don't have long nails, and with pinky, it makes it easier to just naturally part through, when you have your pinky nails done. Now it's kind of weird when I go to the braiding shop, because they're like, so you only want to do your two pinkies and add acrylics? So I'm like, yep, that's right. Anyway, so that's what the hair looks like. And then I move on to the top, and I make sure that the middle part is precise, you guys. I feel like with this particular hairstyle, because it's so simple, your details has to be like, on point. Like the little details in the parting, the little details in the stitching has to be on point to make this hairstyle look, appealing. Because if not, it just looks like two layers and it just looks weird. It's just one of those hairstyles where details matter. So just take your time, with parting, take your time with the braiding, and you should be good. So I found the back part of the hair a little tricky. I feel like you just kind of naturally have to go with the person's curve of their head. I felt like I was overthinking it and I kind of messed it up just a little bit, just a tiny bit. But yeah, you just kind of go with the curvature of the person's head and not try to like curve it yourself, because when you part trying to curve it, you're gonna mess it up. So you just naturally have to part the same way you were parting at the top, and it's gonna naturally curve for you. That's where I messed up. I knew I was messing up, but honestly at this point I was too tired. I was like, you know what, we're not gonna see the back anyways. But anyway, that's horrible. But yeah, so you just kind of part, you know, the way you normally were parting in the front, but then when you get to the back of the curved part of the person's hair, it's gonna naturally curve for you. So you don't have to part your comb curving it, it's gonna do the curving for you. So this is what the hair should be looking like when you're done. As you can see, it's looking all sleekity sleek and flickety fleek. Okay. So we're just gonna be dipping the hair into hot water, just to kind of make it easier, you know, just flow naturally. As you can see, Abby is blowing out the hot water. The hot water smoke. So sweet, so kind. Oh my god. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist. And you guys, don't let this hair fool you. I know you think it's just gonna be boom 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 quick, but no, it's one of those hairstyles where like details matter, and like your braiding technique and skills will really show in this kind of like a simple hairstyle, and they take forever because you have to like make it look perfect and stuff. So as you can see, what I'm going to do is take like mousse and apply it to the hair. This is gonna moisturize our hair, you know, help flyaways, and then it's gonna help mold the hair in place. Because you know, typically when you do like a middle part cornrow like this, the ends of it kind of like hangs out a little bit, so you kind of want to lay it down. I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So I just apply the mousse, and I take a wrap sheet. Okay, a wrap sheet, is that how you say it? A wrap sheet. Okay. I take a wrap sheet and then I apply it onto her hair, and the way I apply it intentionally to keep the bump down, so that way it doesn't like bulk up, you know. So you just want to tie it down. I would have left it on a little bit longer, but at this point we were already there for a long time, and I just told her to go home, and like when she goes to bed, just apply like a scarf, just kind of keep it down a little bit more. But yeah, this will really help you make sure the hair stays flat and nice in the middle part, and it doesn't have that awkward hang time, you know, that awkward ponytail hang. You know, just kind of lays flat, you know. You could apply a do-rag or a scarf, whatever. So now this is the funky part, the fun part, where we went ahead and applied the curly hair. Now this is I believe, I don't remember what hair I used on this, but anyways, we just took a little bit and just crocheted it into the cornrows. Now it was, I don't know whose, oh yeah, it was Abby's idea to crochet it under the braids as opposed to on top, because initially I was like, I'm just gonna apply it on top of the braids, but I went ahead and, because of her advice, thank you sweetheart, I went ahead and applied the curly hair under the cornrows, and it made it look more natural, and it just flowed better. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. So for the actual braids itself, I just went ahead and crocheted that curly hair into the braids, so everything worked out perfectly. You don't need glue, you don't need anything. Sometimes you just need crochet. If you can't use crochet, what the hell can you use? Okay. Oh my god, you guys, I don't know what's wrong with me today, but my attention span is horrible. Okay. So that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys were able to pick out a thing or two out of this video. If you enjoyed this video, you learned anything at all, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I would love to get feedback from you guys. Thank you guys once again for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. You already know. Have a merry day and God bless.